There are a million sourdough recipes out there, and I've tried so many. This is just a plain, basic, wonderful sourdough recipe. My name is Klaire Pirtle. Today we are making Buggy's sourdough bread. Start with the water. We need 305 grams. Okay, 305, perfect, yay. 8 grams of salt, and I stir it up a little bit. 30 grams of whole wheat flour. Now I'm going to add the sourdough. Her name is Siggi. She lives in the refrigerator mostly, and she's kind of like a pet because you have to take care of her, and we're kind of pals now. 50 grams of sourdough. Oh, there's 50. Actually, it's 53, but we're going to take it. Now the real flour, 370 grams. So now we mix it up. Sometimes I sit in a chair and put her in my lap. This part is called auto-lacing, which means it gives the flour and the water time to begin to work its magic. So what we're going to try to do is get it into kind of a crusty ball. Shaggy is a better word. Now I'm going to put it on my stove, and it has to sit now for an hour. A starter, basically it's fermented flour. When you take her out, you have to feed her. I'm going to do about a half a cup water, a half a cup flour. And a trick along the way, I learned that sourdough likes rye flour. Now we're going to mix it. And that's what you use for the baking. It's kind of weird, actually. It is sort of scientific. The dough has been sitting for an hour, and we're ready to do our first stretch. I just do it 4 times each time. You need to do 4 stretches within 2 hours. Every half an hour, you stretch again, and then you're ready to let it sit overnight. It was the beginning of the pandemic, and we were all stuck at home. So I got on one of those threads with a former sorority sister. She shared that her husband made sourdough. His sourdough is 70 years old. And so I said to him, would you share your sourdough with me? You could send it. And he said, no. He said, you need to do it on your own. I found this little book that I had, Molina Flour, and in it there was a little section that said how to make your own sourdough, so that's what I did first. Mine looked like a pancake, and I put it in the oven, and it grew a little. Yeah, that was my first experience. And now I happily share my sourdough with anyone. All right, the dough has been sitting overnight. Now we're getting ready to shape it. So here it comes. You take a little flour, and then you dump her out. She doesn't want to come out. Cover it lightly with the cloth, and then you have to let her rest for about 10 minutes. Siggi really is part of the family. Once I had to take her in the car with me because I wasn't going to be around to do some of the steps, and I just kind of wrapped her up. And I did take her on vacation a couple of times. I could get through customs because they wouldn't know what this was. So we're going to spread her out a little bit. Fold one end in, you fold the other end in, bring up the sides, you roll her over, plop her in the Benetton, and you cover her up with a dampened cloth. And then you put her to rest on the counter. After she rises a little, I put her in the refrigerator overnight. All right, we're going to see if this comes out. If not, oh well. You turn it over. Ta-da! Now we're going to score it. You have to score it to let the gases out. And now we're going to put it in the pot. The oven is ready. It's at 450 now. I'm going to cover it and cook it for 20 minutes. We've had a lot of children. We have a great-grandchild who's 10 now. And when she comes to visit, she wants to cook. They call me Buggy. She always wants to make cookies with Buggy. Recently, they were making a cookbook in school. And she texted me and said, could you send me the recipe for Mexican wedding cake? She said, no one will have Mexican wedding cakes. And that was heartwarming. That was heartwarming to know that the memories are there. All right, now this is the fun part. We get to take the top off and see how it's cooking. So now we keep the top off, change the temperature to 430, and we cook it for another 25 minutes. There we go. Lift the sides carefully. I cool it on its head for the first 10 or 15 minutes. And what I read, if you do it upside down, then it, everything doesn't settle to the bottom. That makes no sense, but give it a try. Then we'll turn it right side up, and then we have to wait about 4 hours to eat it. It has to cool completely. If you cut it too soon, it gets mushy. I know, so many rules, so many regulations. We'll let it cool, and then we are going to cut it right down the middle so we can make some toast. And there we have it. I really like eating it toasted with some butter and some jelly, particularly my prickly pear jelly. Bon appetit. Delicious. I think I'll make it again.